All right, we think we're live. Denise is going to check us out here on the internet. Look at that sun. Look at the beams of light from the sun. We may be on, but we also got to check if we got sound. I'm sorry, my last video had no sound. I think I was connected to my Bluetooth, and I shouldn't have been connected to my Bluetooth. So.
I don't see you yet. Oh, there I am.
All right, now you got to turn that sound on your phone. I can see it's off. We're going to check Denise's sound. Tap the thing and then crank your volume. We might hear an echo. If we don't hear any sound, that means you don't have any sound. Hello? Anyone there? I heard a big bang. I'm hearing another bang. Oh, I hear sound. Okay, we've got sound. All right, let me show you the bang. The bang is over there. It's yeah.
Garbage truck.
All right, Denise got to turn the sound off so we don't echo. Okay, I want Denise's opinions while we're all here. We're all here. Okay.
I just woke up.
This video is about Tesla full self-driving. What it means. First of all, Tesla is at a point right now where the stock is kind of leveled off for a while, right? Denise and I did a video last summer, 2020, about the rise of Tesla because Tesla stock took off. It went up over 1,000% last year. And I had bought it in 2018 when the company was on the verge of bankruptcy. It hadn't really gone up much, except for the first couple of years after the company had launched. It started at $15 a share. I bought it around low 200s. Then it went up and basically went up in value and split 5 ways, over 1,000% since there. It's kind of leveled off, but all EV stocks, if you looked at last year, went up. Denise, are you familiar with that?
Yeah.
No. Okay. Denise is not going to give any input right now, so I'm going to kind of move the camera over to me. Anyway, we are supercharging, as you can you tell? I don't know. So we're kind of wondering what is happening with Tesla stock right now. Tesla stock has been kind of at a, there goes the dumpster again. Tesla stock has been kind of at a standstill recently. We'll get that dumpster in there as the supercharger. And what's happening now, I think, is that everyone's repositioning and we're talking about, is full self-driving going to work? First of all, Denise, do you believe full self-driving is going to work?
It works for Tesla. I've never seen it work for any other car company.
That's not what I mean. Let me specify. Do you believe, Denise has been in my car for 4.5 years. We got 173,000 miles. I'll show you in a second. But Denise, do you think that this car will drive itself?
Yes, absolutely.
You do?
Yes.
174,000 miles. It has not driven by itself yet. But you believe it's actually going to drive by itself?
Yeah, it's just a matter of downloading the software. It has all the cameras. It has the correct computer, MCU2 or whatever. So, yeah, the only thing that bothers me about this car, like when you put it on the auto summon, is it's really hesitant. It'll yield to other drivers.
It doesn't do a good job.
Well, yeah.
It's a software. It's an early software. Think of your early Windows 3.1. That was nothing compared to what they do now in Windows 10, right?
Yeah, and it only drives through parking lots, so it doesn't rely on lines. And when that happens, it zigzags like a drunk driver. But with full self-driving, I assume it'll be driving on highways that have lines, and it'll be a lot like autopilot. Only it'll have to do additional things like make it around roundabouts and stop at stop signs.
Yeah, very complicated things that it cannot do. But you believe it's actually going to work, because I think that most people still don't believe it. I think that what happened with stock prices last year was the EV revolution, where I think people actually believe that there's going to be a shift to electric vehicles now, where they didn't believe that before. Mm-hmm. But I still don't think that people believe that cars that are on the road today that Tesla has are actually going to drive themselves. Because if you think about it, no other automaker even has plans for full self-driving. No other automaker has any cars on the road that they say are actually going to be capable of self-driving. Tesla has over 1 million cars on the road, and I think almost 1 million cars built since October 2016, which is the 8-camera system, which is required. And anyway, so we think it's going to work, though. And if we think it's going to work, it's going to be only cars since October 2016. Mine was ordered in December, built in February of 2017, and delivered in March.
Qualifies. I think it will, because manufacturing facilities already have robots that make rounds around the plant, and your car acts a lot like a robot.
It is a robot. It will be a robot, right?
Yeah. It's
a robot that I own, that we will own.
Yeah, if something gets in its way, it just yields, and that's what the other robots will do too. The other Teslas.
And the car will make us money. Like if we go out to dinner downtown, we just let the car go and earn money. And there's a Model Y. They're pulling themselves in, and these superchargers will connect themselves too. If you're able to use them, that's another subject. I got to make another video about that. But if you are not subject to the fair use supercharger policy, which is any Tesla delivered before 2017 December, so there's only about a year there that you can use the superchargers and do ride sharing or any business at all for that matter, unless they change it. But let's talk about, okay, not all Teslas can do this. So this is an area of confusion. It's one of the reasons I'm making this video. If you go back to original Roadster, no self-driving capabilities, no supercharging capabilities. If you go to Model S 2012, there was no superchargers at the time, although Model S 2012 early can use superchargers. They can't charge at the maximum rate. And was not even any Autopilot 1 until 2014 early. But 2014 early was a Mobileye system, not designed by Tesla. It was Mobileye. And Tesla broke away from Mobileye and developed their own system, which they launched in October of 2016. So anything before 2016 October, meaning anything 2014 or 15 or early 16, is a Mobileye system that is not and will not be capable of full self-driving. Tesla will not support it. Did you know that?
I think you've said it.
Yeah, so I just want to make sure I'm clear to all the viewers. This is why the resale value of early Teslas is going to be hurt, severely hurt, once people move over to self-driving, if you believe, and Denise believes, that it's going to work. Once it does work, those resale value of those early Teslas is going to plummet because Tesla will not support them. So that's what you got to understand. Any Tesla you can buy new today will have that. Anything since 2016 will have it if they have purchased the software, and the software keeps going higher. But you believe it's going to work,
yeah,
right? That's the bottom line.
I believe it's going to work, and I don't think the old Tesla value will plummet, as you say.
You don't think so?
Than the others, but it's still going to have that brand name, and people are going to be proud to own one.
Yeah, but it's going to be like a half-assed Tesla. I mean, even if it's fast, it doesn't matter because fast is just an illusion. Fast is not going to be what's going to happen in the future because most people aren't going to own their cars in the future. They'll be like robots, like you said, and the robots will take over the driving, and there will be some people that own the robots and some people that don't, but most people won't own their own cars.
Well, for those that can't afford a Tesla with full self-driving, they'll be still happy to have one of the older ones. It's like having a fake product. I like my fake product.
Fake? Okay, fake product. Okay, well, they will keep raising the price of the software too. We know that. I paid like $4,000. It's now at like $10,000, and I think it's going up to 14, maybe even 20,000. That's why Elon Musk says they're going to be appreciating assets, but only certain Teslas. Early Teslas will not. That's why one of the reasons they stopped supporting the original Roadster. I think they realize it's not going to be in the same league as Tesla's moving forward. And the other thing is Tesla has all these massive factories, right? These gigafactories. Austin, Texas, under construction. They have the California factory, of course. So you got the China gigafactories went online less than a year. Germany's under construction, online soon. This is why I'm saying at the end of this video here, the conclusion is I think Tesla is due for a big ramp up in their stock. This is not financial advice. This is my personal opinion. But I think that no one has factored this in. I think that everyone's so concerned about everything else going on in the world, they still don't believe that this is going to happen. Now, you're believing it, even though you know how quirky and wonky and messed up the current software is, you're actually going to believe it's going to work. And if it does, then Tesla will basically be leaps and bounds ahead of everyone else. And they're already the most valuable automaker by market cap. People are already complaining that, they're worth so much more by price to earnings ratio, but they're also being priced as a regular car company. They're not being priced as the only people that can scale robotic taxi service, right? Because they already have a fleet out there. It's not like this is somebody's idea, that they're going to one day launch like everyone else, every other automaker has. That doesn't mean anything. If they have a whole fleet out there that all you have to do is download the software, that's going to be a game changer. That's going to be a massive increase in the stock value of Tesla, which is ticker TSLA. That's what I think. I think that everyone was lifted by the EV revolution last year, but only certain companies will be lifted by the next revolution, which will happen soon, I think. That's it. That's all I got. All right. Thanks for watching. Let us know your comments. Share this. give us some feedback so we can talk about this going forward. We've talked about this many times in the past, but this is just your update here for July 2021. Have a good day, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.